Things my mother told me. Entry 1. God is in the silence. My mother once told me that a place of silence is a place of prayer, that God was in the lack of speaking, the space between the sentences. She said, "Every time I meet God, He's always right there in the corner of my mouth, right here," she said, and touched her finger to the corner of my black dot and smiled. "There's God, holding your shit together." My mother told me that God lived in the silence, that she sometimes visits churches that are built on periods of sentences, where she worships God in pauses like commas in dialogue. That there is salvation in that breath between I and believe, because it's there that you actually make the decision to do so. If you listen, she said, God is in that nothingness. God doesn't speak in whispers. God's voice is the sound after the crying stops, the warmth after the pain, the period at the end of the sentence, "I'm here," when being here for me turns into being there for you, and there is a constant. My mother said that deaf men know God to be real because in that constant state of silence, God is the only voice they hear. My mother once told me to live in the space between the lines. She said that love isn't about conversations, it's about how close you're standing to one another when you have them. Speaking is all about the taglines, like, "She said with a smile," or "said he over his shoulder on the way out the door," not the shit between the quotation marks. Real emotion is in the silence. Real depth lies beneath the words. I said, "But Mommy, I'm a poet. I embody these words. I live in the space where the words take place and rhyme. Well, rhyme might as well be my life. A silent poet isn't really a poet at all." "You're right," she replied. "A silent poet is an artist, invested in the aesthetic appeal of things that are left inside the mouth when the words have run out. And all you have are the 3 dots that mean you've trailed off into silence, that you've gone to meet God where He lives, in the quiet after I love, and before the name you choose to say out loud."